TV. Ooh, different. Okay. I have one person that joined. Hello. No, or maybe that's me. Let me use these. This date today. Hi, Phantom. Yes, I can do your reading for November. How are you? That's good. Okay. What lies ahead for you for the month of, yes, enjoying your day off? I was too. Fix that. Okay. All right, let's see what lies ahead for you for November. Oh, money, 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 money. That's just for my personal deck. Hi, Cece. And get to work yesterday. So there's something, Phantom, that you've been procrastinating on that you really need to start, or some kind of goal that you really need to start planning for. Hey, Cece. Hi, Sean. Okay, I'm pulling a few more cards, Santa. What's ahead for you for the month of November? We have Four of Flames, which is Four of Wands, and we have Ascension. So it looks like if you get started on whatever it is, whatever project it is you're procrastinating on, it'll be sure to bring you some kind of abundance, or even like a new opportunity. Fours represent stability. So whatever it is that you keep holding off of is something that's really going to propel you into like actually being in a more stable position. So, and then ascension is like actually reaching that position. So by the end of November, if you have started and continued to complete whatever it is that you need to do, you'll reach a point where you feel like you've upgraded yourself. So I hope that was helpful. Need to stop procrastinating. Yeah, and First thing, like if you have a smartphone, get an app that lets you form habits. So I use some apps like that. You kind of check in with your app every day. You need to work on something little by little every day, or even like a reminder. You're welcome, Phantom. All right, so I see more people joining. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the chat who's going to get their reading up next. You guys can see like the queue. So just give me a second. So we have CC that's next. And then Sean. And then 0T7. 0T7. Noel. Lydia. Yes. Thank you guys for joining. And if you don't mind, please like and subscribe to the channel. This was like more of an impromptu thing. I just felt like getting on live. But I will always be live every new and full moon. So the next full moon is, I believe it's on the 12th. So I'll be live then as well. All right, so it looks like CC is next. Yeah, so yes, everyone, you may have a reading, but you'll have to wait. I'm going to, I do have the queue in the chat. So once I get through those people, I'll update the queue. So I'll go in the order that you guys came in the chat and commented. Okay? So CC, let me see. You want to know, should you expect love in the next few months? Okay. Now CC. What should you expect in love in the next few months, CC? Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so you have guidance reversed, and you also have 6 of orbs. So since the 6 of orbs is reversed, wait, no, it wasn't reversed, I'm sorry. 6 represents communication, so definitely may be meeting someone new, or actually let me pull another card. I want to see, get some. Is it someone new, or is it already someone that you know? Let's see. Okay. Is it someone new for CC? She's going to, or they are going to communicate with? Sage of Orbs. All right. We got Sage of Orbs. So wait, let me see who's in the chat. So orbs is represents the swords in this deck. So looks like you're gonna have some kind of communication issues because we have the Sage of Orbs reversed. And the Sage may represent an actual person who you may either meet or are dealing with, and that you may interact with or want to interact with in a romantic way. So be careful of that. And also, CC, know that it is Mercury retrograde right now. So that could be why you got the Sage of Orbs reversed. Like maybe things would have gone better if you guys met outside or communicated outside of the retrograde. But I think it's just more like a warning or a message like, hey, you want something romantic to happen with someone, just be careful with how you communicate with. We have guidance reversed, which also indicates that you might not be really feeling or following your gut feeling when it comes to like things in your romantic life. So it's important to follow your gut feeling. If you feel like you have something to say it to the person. Or, you know, whatever it is that you're feeling in your gut, in your heart, follow that. Don't ignore it. Because that could be part of the communication issue as well. You know, you not speaking to the person and telling them how you really feel or think about a certain situation. So it's just something to keep in mind. We also got you are everything. It's backwards, but it says you are everything that you need to be. So I don't know if maybe there's a little bit of a self-confidence or maybe self-esteem issue, and you are just kind of working on yourself, trying to start loving yourself more. Know that, you know, you're everything you need to be for yourself and also for that person. Like, you don't need to change yourself for somebody else. So I hope that was helpful. Okay. You feel weird reaching out? Well, the cards are telling you communicate. You need to reach out to the person. Just be careful with how you do it because it is retrograde right now. So maybe you want to wait until after retrograde, December, Christmas time. It might be a better time then. Okay, Sean, you are up next if you're still here. You want a taped message from N? Is Sean, if you're here, please let me know. Is anyone here from Tumblr or Instagram? You really care about him, so you're wait. That's important. And if you think you should, follow your gut and wait. I made a post on my Tumblr and Instagram page. I just want to know anyone's here from there just to see how those posts do. So if you were from my Tumblr and Instagram, just like comment. Let me know in the comments. Okay, it looks like Sean isn't here. 0T7, are you here? Hey, what's your question? What's your question or inquiry? Does your crush, Josh, like you? Let's see. Okay, actually, let me use my other one. Those cards are pretty thick. How did you guys find this live? Can everyone comment and let me know? Hi, Kirsty. Okay. 7. All right. We have 7 of Pentacles. Hi, Laura. 10 of Swords. And the Hermit reversed. Seeing tarot videos done? Okay. All right, so 0T7. I would say that Josh does not like you. However, I don't think it's something to do with you. I think it's something to do with Josh wanting to be by himself or not really in the right space. Ten of Swords reversed is like still pretty negative, even though it's reversed. Someone just kind of like fighting a battle and at their wits' end, and he's just like maybe getting through or getting past maybe an old relationship or something. So he's not really in the space to be in one. He's been doing a lot of reflection, and that reflection is it's not really going in the best places right now. It's kind of putting Josh in a negative space, and Josh has kind of been alone for the most part, but is trying to get out of that space. So if you want, you can try to pursue Josh. However, the cards are telling me that he's not really in a good space right now um, to be in a relationship. So if anything, maybe you should hold off on it. He's just getting past something, and it's still on his mind. He's still thinking about it. Okay, so I hope that was kind of insightful. Sometimes the best thing to do is to just be patient. You never know what people are going through and what's on their minds, and you don't want to go after someone who kind of has some baggage that they're still trying to get through on their own. So hopefully that was helpful to you. All right, you're welcome. Okay, next up is Noel. You want to know, will you be signed by the Society New York? Let me see. Yes. No, that was for Nuria. I'm sorry. Noel, you want to know, did Namjoon receive your letter? I can't really answer that question. I can ask when Namjoon receives your letter, how will they feel? Or how would you like me to rephrase the question? You said okay? All right. When Namjoon receives your letter, how will they feel? Looks like they will feel. We got three. Oh, let's see. This is interesting. We have Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups, and Knight of Wands. So, this letter is definitely something that's it's something that's going to throw Namjoon off. I'm getting this negative card is pretty like we already can kind of see what that is, but we also have like the exact opposite here as well, kind of. So, this is how. They're definitely gonna stir up some emotions in Namjoon. Many different kinds of emotions. These cups represent emotions, and things inside them are many different things, different emotional aspects of a person. So the It's very interesting. Knight of Wands. So Namjoon, maybe there'd be so much emotion, that so many emotions stirring, that Namjoon won't really know what to do. Wands is about action and doing things. So he'll be maybe so excited, doesn't know what to do. We also have this negative card here. So I'm interpreting it as, for some reason, this letter is going to be, it's positive, but it's negative at the same time. I'm not sure what exactly the letter was about or what Namjoon has going on, but Namjoon's gonna have a reaction that's gonna make him feel a lot of different emotions: happy, sad, angry, confused. He's not really gonna be sure of what to do. So yeah, just positive stuff that you wrote. For some reason, I'm getting that. I want to see Eight of Swords. Possibility that this is going to stir Namjoon into, is going to stir them into some kind of action. Even if they don't know what to do, they won't know what to do at first, but it may stir them into some kind of action to do something. Definitely a lot of emotions, confusion that I'm picking up from the cards. Just lots of different energies. So yeah. Sorry that wasn't too clear, but that was really interesting set of cards. We got the exact opposites. You're welcome. I hope maybe that gave you some insight. That wasn't too clear, but that's what these lives are for, to continue to practice. All right, let's see. Nuria, are you still here? Right, let me update this queue as well. So we have Sarah, Joao, Dreer, Kirsty, Laura, Roberta, and then King. Yes, Laura, I just updated the list. If Naraya is still here, would like to do her reading, but I don't think so. Yep, I'll just skip to Sarah then. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel to get updates. Okay. King, yes, you are at the end. I just made a comment with updates on who's next. Sarah, you want to know, do people think you dated DJ? People think you dated DJ, Sarah? No, beautiful. The list is not closed. Sarah, there's a lot of confusion. People aren't sure. So some people think you dated DJ and others just don't know. The moon represents confusion and mysteries. So people, they're not really sure. It's a rumor going around. They're just kind of questioning it. Hi, Chastity. 0T7. Yes, you can add your question, but you'll have to go after King. You're welcome, Sarah. Okay, who is next? Joao. Is that Portuguese? I love Portuguese. Always wanted to learn it. Yes, Chastity. Yes, you will go after 0T7. So I'm about to update. I'm going to update the list again because Joao isn't here. Beautiful. 0T7. Chastity. Dreer, you're up next. What's your question? Dreer, you want to know, how does Crispy feel about you? How does Crispy feel about you? Oh, we got Ace of Cups. I definitely think Crispy likes you in a romantic way. Cups represents the emotions. So romantically, or even just as a really close friend, or they want to form some kind of connection with you. Did you have one more? I feel like you have another question. Hey, Sheila. Welcome back. Thanks for visiting again. Drew, did you have something else you wanted to ask? You want to know what else he feels, to go into detail. My day was pretty busy today, but I ended up coming home and relaxing. So it was pretty good for a Saturday. Just read David and King Saul's story. I need to read the Bible more. I've only read Psalms and Job. Very specific parts. Okay, so let me get back to Dreer. All right, so we got Three of Pentacles. So Chris feels like you are someone they can work well with. You pretty probably maybe kind of a sociable person, or integrate well into groups. Chris wants you to possibly be part of his friend group, or just wants to get to know you more. You met on this job. We also have Five of Swords. So And 10 of Cups reversed. He offered you a job. So 5 of Swords represents walking away from something. So I feel like in regards to you and Dreer, maybe with the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is still pretty positive though. I guess he offered you jobs, he helped you walk away from something, and you ended up getting financial benefit. That's the only way that I can read that. Hey, Color Me Choco. But yeah, so you guys definitely integrate well together. These two cards represent like an emotional connection, and also Pentacles represent the business and material aspect. So since you do work with him, you guys will definitely be probably working together a lot. He'll probably be making a lot of excuses to be around you. I can see that. So be prepared. All right, Drew. So I hope that was helpful. And good luck. Good luck with everything. Wink, wink. All right. Let me check this queue. Yes, Sheila, you can be added to the list. By the way, how was your day? Let's see. Kirsty, are you here? All right, looks like Kirsty's in here. So Laura, and then here is the updated list. Okay. You want to know what does 2020 have in store for you? I'm going to use my other deck for that. 2020 has for everybody stability. It's 4-2020. People are going to be making moves and getting their lives together in 2020. That's for everybody. But Laura, let's see for you specifically. What does it have in store for you? I got love. So be on the lookout. You're in a relationship, maybe a deepening of your relationship, or if you're single, definitely be ready to mingle, Laura. Let me pull another card. I'm going to use... okay, I got you. What else does 2020 have in store? Oh, okay. Let me see. These cards are so thick. I'm gonna have to use my other deck. I'm sorry. These cards are just so huge. They're like as big as my face. I like that deck, but I cannot shuffle it. So we'll put this up really fast. Get my other one. Yeah, Chipiku. You can be added. You'll be after Color Me Choco. Color Me Choco is after Sheila. If you guys are new, returning, make sure you like, subscribe to my videos so you can get updates on my lives. And I'll be posting new videos. I was supposed to post a video this week, but I got pretty busy. So, okay. Laura, you're going to be very busy. It's 10 of Wands in 2020. But that busyness is going to lead to the completion of something. And also, you simultaneously letting that go. The person has this huge load on their back, but we assume that once they get to their destination, they're going to drop it off. So you're really going to be doing a lot, accomplishing something big. I want to pull another card because that's obviously about career. Or it could actually be about love too. I pulled Knight of Cups reversed with that card, and that could represent the possible mate or, romantic individual that the love card was talking about. Knight of Cups represents a man who is very, emotional, very emotionally into himself, very emotionally vulnerable with you. However, it was reversed. So that means that there might be some issues in the relationship. All relationships have issues. They're not perfect, right? So you might want to expect maybe I want to see what kind of emotional, what kind of issues he might have. Let me pull another card. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense. As far as the kind of person he is, I got the Lovers reversed and Hierophant. So that tells me that, he might be someone that is emotionally, I don't want to say closed off, but he will like to spend time alone by himself, and that may cause you to feel slighted in some way. However, we did get an overall positive reading for the love entering your life in general. So that just may be like a negative aspect of him that you guys will have to possibly push past. And that could be what this card is talking about, like working past issues, working past something big. So this relationship might be like something that's long term. It could be your ex. You know what? And it possibly could because the Lovers reverse does refer to exes. So maybe keep that in mind. Let me see. I'll pull one more card to see, like, if that is your ex and what that could mean. The closed off one? Yeah, definitely Knight of Cups. We got Queen of Wands. So that represents maybe when you guys, it's very, definitely, if it is your ex, I'm getting that like y'all interaction caused you to kind of drop a lot of things. Like your breakup caused you to like give up a lot of things, or you slacked off on a lot of things after your breakup with your ex. Because this card came out when you posted about your ex. And the Queen of Wands represents someone who's like not on their A game as far as like going towards their goals and things like that. I want to see if this is a positive relationship. That card was so positive, but then these other cards following are like, okay, describing this person who's emotionally closed off and needs work, and what does this mean for you? This means you don't want him back at all. So, okay, I'm seeing this story now. You got 9 of Cups reversed. So, I'm reading that 9 is about completion. So, your ex might come back representing, the love, the ex coming back. And then we have all these cards representing the kind of person that they are and the amount of work that, it took within that relationship. But the 9 of Cups could represent you moving on from that. Like maybe you haven't fully moved on from that relationship yet. Even though you say you don't want him back, this card indicates that there are still some feelings there. So maybe they might return into your life for the sole purpose of for you to let them go, so that you can move on within your heart. Because we may move on mentally, but our hearts also, our energetic, our spiritual hearts that contain memories. All right, Laura. So there's something. It's not good for me. Yeah. So your ex will probably come back, and it'll be a journey for you to, complete that cycle, however it is you choose to decide to complete it. And it will allow you to finally move forward. Chippy Cool, yes. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Hi, Keontae. All right. Valbona. Is your crush, friend, C interested in you? Mm-hmm. I am seeing a story. This is like a drama. Okay, Valbona. So I got 5 of Swords, which represents competition. So let me see something. What am I looking for? Is your crush interested in you? So yes, your crush is interested in you. However, you are maybe seem like is your crush popular, or they have some kind of popularity? Are they like a jock kind of person? Or just like mischievous in some way? Hey, Laura. Thank you. I appreciate your compliment. But yeah, Valbona, it looks like you're gonna be like, you're like competing for your crush in some way. Like, are there other people that like him? See, I'm just getting like bad boy energy, like or bad guy energy, or trickster. Well, not trickster, but you know, very lots of confidence. Sometimes misplaced confidence that can come off like, arrogance. But I got the Lovers for you and your crush. So your crush is interested in you. You might be playing hard to get. And that might make you feel like you're competing for their love, their affection, their attention. He is a little player. Yeah. So he definitely, has a little crush on you too. You guys, if you continue things, will vibe well. Okay? All right. So I'm going to have to speed my readings up because it's already 8:30. And I told myself I would end this at 9. However, I'll extend it to 9:30. Yeah. So I'll be on until 9:30. Hey, Ashburn. Nice to see you again. All right, Valbona, I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys connect with each other and know that y'all will vibe. So, okay. King. I'm well as. King, you want to know, you want a love reading. Okay. You like a love reading. Okay. 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 Oh, oh. King. I am seeing. It's always. I love like how the cards are always some kind of story. You can always read them as a story, and it's really cool to me because I used to like to write stories. I tell you. Okay, before I do that, let me ask this questions. So oracle cards are different from tarot cards. Tarot cards they generally follow the Rider-Waite system, which uses 78 cards, 4 different suits: swords, wands, cups, and pentacles. And then we have the main archetype cards. However, oracle cards, they don't follow that system, or some of them do, but they add extra cards. So oracle cards, yeah. Some oracle decks have as little as 30 cards to like 100. Tarot cards will always be 78. Yeah, Choco, I'm ending the live at 9:30. Thanks. Yeah, just so you guys know. All right, so Ashburn, I hope that answered your question. Okay, King, we got a story for you for your love life. I am seeing 2 choices that you got coming your way. We got the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, a money bag type of person who like is really on their stuff about getting that money. They're like always like constantly planning the next move. And then 10 of Cups is like everything that they plan, it always goes well. So like he's like a very successful person, not too successful where he's stable, but successful enough to the point where like, he has money and like he's, building his stability for the most part. So that's option 1. Option 2, you have, I'm going to pull the extra card for this person because, let me see. Somebody who you're really going to be attracted to, you got the Devil card. And we also got the Moon with them. They're going to be like that person that I don't know what kinds of qualities they have per se in regards to like how they go towards their career or how they interact with you as a person, but in general they're going to be someone that you literally like can't stop thinking about. You guys just have like that connection. It might even be like a sexual or a mental connection. It's just something that's very stimulating to you. This person's probably going to be playing games, causing confusion, a player. So with that, that person, I also got Eight of Pentacles. And, that represents someone who, kind of the same energy as the Knight of Pentacles, except I see it as not as successful as the first person, but they have their hands in a lot of different things. So you got two people that you're going to be able to choose from. Mr. Moneybags or the irresistible person who wants to play games. So it's going to be up to you to use your discernment and intuition to decide who to move forward with. Because that person is really going to be irresistible. Or they probably have you thinking that if they really want something long term and are serious, but be careful. Because they may say that, but then another day, say they might say, or you guys may have a disagreement about something that has you a little bit confused about their character and the kind of person they are. So just keep a lookout. All right, King. So I hope that was helpful. Definitely keep a lookout during this retrograde because we all need to be safe out here when it comes to meeting new people during this time. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is my second video on YouTube, and you guys, your comments and your feedback is I really do appreciate it. So I was so intimidated to come on here for so many years, but I'm glad to be here now. Okay. All right, so next we have Beautiful. You would just like general life advice. Thanks, Chipiku. All right, so if you guys are here, if you're new to visiting, make sure you like the video and subscribe to get updates. I'll be live again on November 12th at 8 p.m. for the full moon. And maybe we can do a little meditation or something. You would like general life advice. Beautiful. For this moment, right now, life advice that will carry on for you for your highest good. They will carry you towards achieving, towards reaching your highest good, your highest potential. Okay. Looks like you're just getting out of some kind of conflict, some kind of major chaotic energy or situation, person, just something that has just ended that has caused stress for a while or even just had you very busy. However, your guides want you to know that you need to continue and keep pushing forward. We got the Chariot. Very nice energy in these two cards, the Chariot and the Princess of Wands. You are headed towards becoming this person. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck because it just gives off really good energy. It just reminds me of a person who is just bubbly. They are full of life, ready to try the next thing. They give off good energy. They attract people and are great with people. So your guides want you to know that you are headed towards becoming the person that you always wanted to be. Let's pull another card. How do you get there? I think they just you need some reassurance right now So I hope that was some kind of reassurance that you are going in the right direction in your life. Um, you are able to solve problems, Six of Swords. You're able to cut through things. You're able to like get past situations. You're able to get past anything. You've been through enough to where you are very mentally strong and are just able to think your way out of a situation. So know that you have that strength and power from the situations that you've overcame. Your guides just want to reassure you, continue to do what you're doing, continue moving forward in your life, and you will become the person that you want to be, the person you've been dreaming and fantasizing about. You'll get there. All right, you just gotta, you know, ride the wave, and you will get there. Okay, beautiful. So I hope that was helpful. You're very welcome. It's always good to really just, even if you don't have anything formally set up, it's good to just sometimes like sit when you have time and just tell your guides, the spirits that walk with you, the family members that watch over you, that you're grateful, for the help that they've given you and for being by your side. All right, so I'll move on to the next person. 0TZ, are you here? You had another question. Hey. Hi, Alex. It's Jimin and Jungkook. Is that Korean? It's Jimin and Jungkook in a relationship. Good night, beautiful. Are they K-pop stars? All right, let's see. Is Jimin and Jungkook in a relationship? The tea is hot. Shit! I got the lovers. That came right out. I guess so, yes. I want to look them up and see like what group are they from? I'm just now getting into K-pop over the past few weeks. BTS, they're a really popular group, right? There's like fan fiction about them. They might be in a relationship, or they just might be like really close, that they might have feelings for each other and like haven't expressed it. But the lovers is definitely like they got something going on. Like they're close, super close, like unbreakable bond. And if it comes up they are, that's gonna be funny. I'm gonna have to keep a lookout for that. They are because they put hints. All right. Okay, 0TZ. All right, so Chastity is next. Chastity, are you here? Oh, okay. Did KP see your message? And does he miss you too? So I can't answer if he saw your message. I can answer how KP felt upon reading your message. Oh, that just fell out. You're welcome, Zero TZ. Does he miss you? Okay, I got 4 of Pentacles and 6 of Swords. So I think that KP did see your message and they're trying to figure out what to say next to keep things okay, or to keep things the way that they are right now, or at least to keep things in a good space. 6 of Swords is also about like problem solving and communication. So like, you know, the energy of what should I say? How should I word this? And then 4 of Pentacles is like, you know, trying to keep things in a good spot, trying to keep things stable. So KP is trying to figure out things in regards to that. And then as far as does he miss you, I have Temperance and Queen of Pentacles. So I think KP does miss you. However, let me just pull another card because that Queen of Pentacles is, we interpret it in a few different ways. And I just pulled out the Hermit reversed. So KP does miss you, and I feel like they are maybe putting on a facade that they want to be alone, but they really don't want to be alone. Or they're putting on a facade that, like, you know, you might feel like they don't want to talk to you or something, or there's some kind of energy like standoffish that might be going on. Like hesitant. However, this is KP's own insecurities. Queen of Pentacles is about someone who is usually sure of themselves. They're usually on their game, but it's reversed, so he's not. KP does miss you. There's just some internal issues going on, trying to figure out how to get himself together. That's why we have this Balance, Temperance card, and then we have Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit reverse. So it's like he's just trying to get himself together. A lot of people are getting themselves together mentally right now. That's what Mercury retrograde will do. It's in Scorpio. Scorpio is about going deep, you know, doing reflection on yourself, shadow work. So it's about, yeah, everybody's just going through that. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. So just, you know, allow KP time to figure out what it is that they want to say and to get themselves together. All right. Okay, Sheila. Hi, Bows and Bubbles. Yes, you can be added to the list. Chipiku, thank you so much for keeping up the list. I really appreciate it. Sheila, you want to know? Thanks for the like and subscribe. Thank you. I can't wait till I reach 1,000 so I can start posting daily card readings, like little posts. Okay. Sheila, you want to know why has Jeremy returned after calling you, after you called it quits? No, not for Zodiacs. Maybe I could get into that. I'm not too much into astrology. I'll like look into it for myself in my own natal chart, um, and like I'll look at very specific astrological times when it comes to doing like rituals and spell work, but I haven't incorporated it into my readings yet. Why is Jeremy return after you call it quits? Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So Chipiku at 9 o'clock, I'm gonna close out the list so that I can give everybody else enough time for me to do their readings. All right, Sheila, it looks like Jeremy is in a space right now where he wants to make things better. Uh, he's messed up in a lot of different ways and has been reflecting on that. He wants to take responsibility for his actions, and he's in this state right now where he really wants to like turn things around. So he really wants to like just do a complete 180 with y'all relationship. Um, yeah, he's looked into what he's done wrong. So he did miss you. Yes, he's definitely missing you. Wants things to get better. You know, things aren't really that great between you two, but he wants them to get better. And he's really been looking at like all the different things he's been doing that have contributed to, you know, things not being good. Like literally this card, take responsibility for your actions, just flew out. So we got it with the death card, which is about like transitions and changing. So he definitely wants to change. Um, and just probably wants to apologize or make things up to you. And it's the retrograde. It's the perfect time for people to be coming back in droves. Oh, you're very welcome. I appreciate you for returning back. All right, color me Choco. Is she still here? I cannot see any participants. Color me Choco. I'm gonna give her a couple minutes, like 2 minutes. What kind of relationship should you have with Ben? Let's see. What kind of relationship? That's a good question. Not if you should have a relationship, what type of relationship? What kind? Okay. Man, these cards are falling out. Alright, I'm gonna keep. It's crazy. This is like the same cards for someone else. That is so weird. Even after like I've shuffled them multiple times. You guys are going to have a very interesting relationship. Ben is first off, I got 9 of Cups reversed. Then I got the Devil, 8 of Pentacles, and then 6 of Pentacles. So we got some money in there. We got some temptation, and we have, and sometimes I read 9 of Cups as like a returned love, because even though 9 is completion, I still got it reversed. So like something that could have or should have ended is there. It's like it's representing that energy of something that ended in the past, like something that was romantic or right. So we have that with the Devil card, which is a temptation, 8 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. So you guys are going to feed off of each other in a way that helps each other with your careers or aspirations. Pentacles is about material, all things materials. So he's really going to cause you to like reflect on what you're doing. You're going to cause him to reflect on the things that he's doing with his life. You guys are going to feed off of each other in that way. You guys are going to be helping each other with issues. That's 6, problem solving. You guys are really just, I see it as a pretty good relationship, friendship. Something that could possibly, like there's a temptation for romantic, for something sexual there. So you got the Devil and 9 of Cups. For something to return in that space. But like as friends, y'all are gonna be pretty good friends. But that temptation is gonna be there too. So I think the cards are saying you should have this kind of relationship where you guys are helping each other, supporting each other as far as goals and careers and like interests. You know, just like, you know, being each other's cheerleader. But also keep in mind, it's not saying that you should, but it's just saying this is going to be there. Like this temptation. So it'll be up to you. All right. So I hope that was helpful with getting a sense of what things would possibly be and how they could turn, what they could turn into. Friends with benefits. That's what it's looking like. Yeah. That's a better way of phrasing it. Very good friends, though. Like, supportive. Yeah. Okay. So, Chipiku, you are up next. He is rich. Yes. Hmm. We didn't hear you. We appreciate you. How is your ex feeling? Okay, Chibiku. Let's see. There we go. Reflection again. Yeah, people really thinking about things that they've done. I think it's gonna have to get a different deck. Your ex feels like the weight of the world is on his back as far as how he's feeling about life in general, and even probably about his interaction with you guys. Feel like your ex feels like it's a lot for them to contact you. It's a lot. It's a lot for them to muster up the courage to actually contact you. It's like some kind of anxiety that's there, because they've been, once again, we got Seven of Cups reflecting on things that they've done. It's not reversed, so it just means that um, this is really something that's present in the mind and that's really affecting your ex right now. I want to pull another card. Let me use this one. When will it end? I got when will it end for your ex? I know they're going through other things, but should you be patient and wait? You're thinking about let him doing it, or if I do the step for a talk. So you've been thinking about letting him approach and talk to you. You've also been thinking about approaching him to talk. All right, let's see. That's a good question. Oh, okay. Let me try again. Be patient and wait to talk to their ex. Ooh, you got a direct answer. Five of Pentacles. This is about upright. It's about waiting. Reverse, I'm going to say, I'm not going to say that you should do anything because it's reversed. I'll say to give it a little bit more time than to do something, right? Because there are other cards that represent for you to move forward, but this card represents waiting. Even if it is reversed, I still think, it's still the energy of waiting. However, you can only wait so long. So you can wait a little bit more longer and then move forward with talking to your ex. You let the door open. Let me see. You're very welcome, Chibiku. Let me see something. Yep, I got trust the process. So you have to just give him his time. Give him a little bit more time. He's gonna come through and speak with you. Right? I feel like there are other things. There's this pressure that your ex is going through. You're trying to move past it. They're very anxious about speaking with you. Very worried. So just give him time. All right, so you're welcome. Personal things, yes. So give him time to sort that out. So he wants to talk to you, but it's just so much. Jamari. Okay. So Chipiku, Angie will be the last person. Okay, Darling Rose. Okay, you made it just in time. Angie and Darling Rose are the last people. All right, so Jamari, ooh, what messages do your ancestors have for you? Thank you so much, Chipiku. And what I'll do for you is for modding, I can offer you a longer reading if you want to email me or message me on Instagram, or just give me your email and then I can offer you another reading for modding for me tonight. Ancestor messages. I love doing these. Let me get my Voodoo Tarot deck. I gotta bring out the big guns for you, Jamari. I'm glad you're here, Angie. If you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe. I will always do free live readings every new and full moon, so the next upcoming reading is on November 12th at 8 p.m. Thanks, Ashburn. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, close this and okay. I love doing ancestor readings. Jamari. Jamari, you were here during my first live, aren't you? Drink some water. Yeah, thanks for coming back. Okay, coming through. All right, we got Lemore, which is the ancestor card in this deck reversed. Yes, I'm gonna always remember you guys. I think I'm gonna always remember my first group, or at least most of them, because y'all were just so awesome with your comments during the first video, and yeah, it was great. So Jamari, we got Lemore, which is the ancestor card in this deck reversed. So your ancestors do have some messages for you. I don't know if you do ancestor work. If you do honor your ancestors at an altar or something, whenever I pull this card, for me it indicates that you need to do an offering for them or clean up your altar or pray to them more. So something like that. We got Two of Swords and also a card that represents Nana Buclo. Probably not Buclo. And then Two of Wands reversed, which is Nana Buclo La Flambeau. This card is about intuition, and since reverse is about you not following your intuition. Two indicates balance as well. So you haven't been following your intuition lately. You need to really listen. This is definitely a warning or a, you know, like heads up, like pay attention. There are some things possibly coming your way that you can catch before it happens. Not bad, but you know how sometimes we get hunches of things that might happen. You got to pay more attention to them. Two of Swords is also about mental, so logic. You, making sure that you are making logical decisions every day. So follow both your intuition and your logical mind when going through things. However, the focus is really on intuition. Um, I'm actually going to go inside the book because this specific deck has snippets on like the actual spirits or people that the cards represent. So I just gave you the meaning for tarot, but let's see what the book meaning is for Nana Buclo La Flambeau. Is a petrol. Give me 1 second. 102. So it's just kind of repeating the same thing I said. One thing it does mention is spiritual initiations that bestow individual awareness or knowledge. Nana Buclo La Flambeau is a loa of spiritual fire. So loa relating to Vodun, New Orleans voodoo, Haitian voodoo. Let's see, what is the next? I'm going to tie these two together in a minute. 26. So I don't know if you are currently like practicing or interested in traditional spiritual systems. I feel like I mentioned this to someone during the first video. I don't know if it was you, but I mentioned someone needing to get more into traditional spiritual systems, and this is kind of coming up. So this card also Manabuku, another loa. So I'll read the information about Nana Buku. She's present as the forest itself, which provides medicine and ingredients for powders. One man holds a root that looks like a mandrake. Mandrake is an important element in a number of Western magical spells. The mandrake root is said to take the shape of a miniature man or woman, and to find one of these roots is to access great power. The men depicted in the card freely share their knowledge, openly showing their findings to one another. So, you got Nanabuku twice, two versions of Nanabuku. And I think, with this card reversed representing spiritual fire, intuition, and this card being about a very specific herb mandrake that's used in hoodoo, specifically for people who practice hoodoo, I think it's really like a call from your ancestors to get more, like deepen your involvement in traditional spiritual systems if you aren't already, um, and to really follow your intuition. Like that's the main thing. So get more involved. Give them an offering, even if it's just water. If you don't have an altar set up, you can literally, before you go to bed, pray to your ancestors in light, ask for their guidance, and to start working with them for them to guide you through your life. And messages will appear. So I truly think that this reading was for them to get your attention. Are you still here, Jamari? I'm not sure if Jamari is still here, but if so, I'll just wrap it up. I think this reading is for your ancestors to get your attention. Okay, to get your attention for you to, look into working with them more, to focus on honing your intuition, to trust your intuition, to trust that gut feeling that you have, but to also, remember to continue to make the logical decisions, the methodological processes that you participate in on a daily basis. All right, so right now I'm on smooth. All right, Jamari, so I hope that was helpful. All right, you're welcome. What is Brian's intentions with Evelyn? All right, let's see. Hi, Blue Unicorn and Terrell. How you doing? What is Brian's intentions with Evelyn? They are not good intentions. We got Ten of Swords reversed and the Devil reversed. Even though the Devil is reversed, I see it as someone who is really going to still participate in that energy of like trying to see how they can get around certain things, trying to see how they can, manipulate and sneak past or skim through certain situations. And Ten of Swords is about completions. So definitely whatever intention that Brian has with Evelyn is going to be something that brings about the end of something. And I don't see it as a positive situation. So sorry to give you a negative result, but it's just what the cards have to say. So there's definitely, deception that's present. Deception that wasn't seen. Deception that wasn't even thought about. Like Evelyn, it might catch Evelyn by surprise. This other side of Brian. All right, you're welcome, Smooth. All right, next is Gala Gala, Gala Gala, Gala Gala. All right, so Gala Gala, if you don't say anything, oh, you're here. Doing good. Enjoying myself giving readings. All right, what is your question? What's your inquiry? What's your inquiry? Gala, what's your question? You want to tell me to tell you something about your love life? Let's see. All right. Hmm. Interesting. You maybe were you just moved on. Maybe have you just moved on from a relationship? Or you just escaped out of a relationship or escaped out of some kind of romantic situation? Yes, you just got out of something that like was like kind of tying you down, it was binding you down. You just got away from it. Or you're in the process of. Maybe you still are. Maybe there are like still like some attachments there, but you're like getting out of it. Uh, in regards to your love life, your spirits want you to know that you have the mental capacity to get out of it. You are just entering the mindset of being able to release yourself from that situation. Page of Swords is like, you know, mental capacity, someone like just starting to really, um, someone who is just starting to be able to think clearly, think for themselves, think themselves out of situations. This was a new situation for you that you had to like get out of. Unfortunately, Karma, note it closed at 9. So the post that Chipiku made, that's the last readings. I'll be back November 12th at 8 p.m. though, if you want to stop by then. All right, so Gayla, will you find someone new? Let's see. This card really keeps popping up. It's crazy. I got the Lovers reversed. Or will you find someone new? So I'm gonna pull a clarification because that could be a no, but it could also be a yes, but. So let's see the clarification. Yes, but so love is reversed. Yeah, but so you will find someone new on specific conditions. On the condition that you really work on yourself. This is 7 of Wands reversed. And then we got Knight of Coins. So 7, more reflection. 7, 7, 7. I'm just seeing sevens all night. Really got to reflect on like what have you been working on in your career, in your work life, in your like within your goals. You need to reflect on that. You need to put more focus on that to propel you in a certain direction. Um, this card is about reflection and also, things that you work on or want to achieve. Um, and then coins is also about money and finance. So like, you really just got to focus on that. When you focus on that part of your life, then I feel like this card will turn upright for you. So it's a yes, but. Okay? All right. And happy almost birthday, so many Scorpios. My birthday is on the 14th. You're very welcome. All right, Ashburn, are you here? Yeah, 714. So many Scorpios. I loved it. I love it so much. Ashburn, you want to know, should you take some time and space away from your ex, Maricel, for a little while? Yep, you should. This card represents letting things go. Six of Swords. And it's literally like someone in a boat and they're going towards a destination far ahead. Now, yeah, that's what you're doing. You guys definitely need space. Let me get some more clarification. Yep, you need space because whatever it is that happened, it was literally like a breakdown of y'all relationship. So y'all was building towards something like that y'all, like both of y'all wanted to keep, but it just didn't work out. And you just need to have the strength to keep going. It's going to be okay. You're going to be able to gather the strength to, stay away and move forward. And honestly, I'm kind of in the same space myself. So just knowing that you have a bright future ahead and knowing that your strength in this moment of staying away from your ex, it's going to take a lot of strength, but that strength is it's going to bring you towards abundance. It's going to bring you towards you being in a better state for yourself. Okay? Will you be in touch again in the future? Let's see. Two of Swords. Pull another card. Knight of King of Swords. I got the Two of Swords for if you guys will be in touch in the future. I'm going to read that as a yes. However, it's really going to take like both of you guys to be on the same page mentally. So I'm getting the feeling that whatever happened between you guys in the past, you guys just weren't vibing, like mentally on the same level. So you will be in touch, but King of Swords, whoever has this energy in the relationship of being someone who's like the person who was very organized. They always planned out things. They, I guess, had the pants in the relationship. Whoever that person was, when they get themselves together, then you guys will get back in touch. Okay? So I hope that gives you some insight. Okay, Ashburn? You'll give yourselves a break. Yeah. One, two, three, four. Okay. Thanks, Ashburn. You're welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I remember your name was Naja. What is Jalen thinking about you at the moment, and what is going on with him? So it looks like Jalen is in a space where he has positive feelings for you. This is like someone who is thinking fondly of the other person. But I also got Queen of Coins. So there's something that's holding Jalen back in some way in his personal life. Coins represent the material world and things that we deal with on a daily basis. So there's something holding Jalen back in his daily material life. I guess it's keeping him from truly expressing these feelings of fondness for you. Okay, yeah, that was pretty quick. Did you have a second question before I move on to the next person? Oh, you want to know what's going on with him? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that was the Queen of Coins. So, he has some things going on in his material world that's like kind of distracting. Maybe a job, maybe just money in general. Or even, don't want to say, maybe possibly another girl. That could be distracting. Just something that's a distraction. This is very distracted. Yeah, because these cards just flew all over the place. Why did Jalen come with you and Tariq when you went to get food? What was he thinking? Because he thought that he could, I guess, change the situation in some way, or maybe he thought that he could. He has some kind of plan. He's working on like trying to. He has some plan in regards to you. He has a plan of action. Like he has some things up his sleeve that. So he's like taking some steps towards some kind of action with you. It's definitely calculated. It's not like, oh, he just decided to go. No, he's like he had a reason why he wanted to go, and that reason was that to either get closer with you in some way, or either to get closer with you in some way towards an ultimate goal of his that he has with you in regards to a relationship, or even just you guys getting closer. All right, so he has fond feelings about you. However, he has some distractions. And he came with you and Tariq when you guys went to get food because he has plans up his sleeve in regards to you, as far as like y'all interacting with each other. Okay, so hope that was helpful. Now we have Lily is next. What's coming next in your love life? Lily, what is coming next in your love life? You're welcome, Naja. You definitely got some action coming your way. You got somebody, some energy, some passion, new experience coming your way, Lily. Let me see what else comes out. A new experience. Don't be so cold with the person. Um, Queen of Swords, don't be so cold. Don't be so closed off. Don't be like, like, I feel like when it comes to love, maybe you are hesitant or scared. Not scared, but just you're not a person who easily opens up. This card does represent like Scorpio energy. But I think it's representing you. I think it's you gotta have a toxic relationship. Yeah, so you're like kind of closed off right now. Um, but don't be. Welcome the opportunity and try your best to, you know, when you're interacting with this person, like logically react in a logical way. Don't overthink the things that they say. Um, do not, take things out of proportion. Take things at a face value for this new person. Like, so if they say this thing, then that's what they mean. Like, don't try to like overanalyze the situation. Okay? Definitely new. Something new is coming. All right. Alex, are you here? I hope that was helpful, Lily. Um, you're welcome. Alex, I'll give you like one more minute to say something. If you're not here, I'm going to move on to Andrea. All right, you guys, if some of you are new, coming here, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell because every new and full moon, I'll be doing live readings. I'm only doing readings today because I was kind of in the mood to. But yeah, so Alex, okay, Alex, so you are here. Do people think Darshan loves you? You want to know people's perceptions about whether or not Darshan loves you? Hi, Sarah. Unfortunately, my readings are closed. However, my next live reading will be on November 12th at 8 p.m. Ten of Swords. I'm getting a no. I got Two of Wands reversed. Ten of Swords reversed. People do not think Darshan loves you. I guess this question phrased in a way like, do people think you guys are a good match? If that's kind of in the same realm, I will say they don't think that you guys were a good match. There's definitely some kind of deception. You think he played you because we got a person who's being backstabbed. However, they're not completely sure. It's a lot of confusion that's here in the reading. So there was deception, and they don't think he likes you. And they don't think that you guys were a good match. Either you guys didn't vibe well. Okay, I'm sorry that happened to you. Okay, I am going to go on to the next person. Andrea. Oh, Alex and Andrea, you're the same person. Okay. Okay, so I'll do another question. Did Darshan deceive you? The Tower. Yeah. Darshan did deceive you. However, I think the Tower reversed. I think it was in a way in which maybe it was like a situation like he didn't mean to happen. He was very immature about something. We got to take responsibility for your actions. So he did deceive you, but it wasn't something that he thought was going to be bad, or that he thought was going to affect you in a negative way. But yes, he did deceive you. Yes. Okay. I'm going to move on to Bows and Bubbles. Bows and Bubbles, are you here? Bows and Bubbles. Yep, Alex, and he needs, like that card, he needs to take responsibility for what he did. So that's the space that he's in right now. He knows that he's guilty. All right, so Bows and Bubbles isn't here. I'll move on to D. D Campbell. D Campbell. Let's see. Okay, D's not here. So Victoria, are you here? Victoria, I guess people left. Next, Beautiful You. General reading. Okay, so let's see what pops up. D, I already started shuffling for Beautiful, so you just have to go when I am done with their reading. So just wait another 5 minutes. Beautiful. Beautiful. What messages are needed to be relayed? Okay, beautiful. A general reading, you got Queen of Swords reversed, Two of Pentacles reversed, and the Death card reversed. So you're in a transition phase right now, moving into something. And your spirits want you to know that you really have to be about your wits mentally as far as how you are moving forward with certain things, like your thought process. What is your thought process like when making certain decisions? Because you're not really in a balanced space right now to where like you're not really that grounded right now. Um, and that's like really affecting your ability to think logically in some situations. So in this transitional period, moving into new things, ending old things, moving out of old things, letting go of old things, really pay more attention to, you know, how you are thinking through certain situations. Uh, how are you planning things? How are you moving? Uh, that's really important right now. Focus on, what steps you are taking and like the mental process you're making to get to your next step. So what I'm gonna recommend, I just recommend like do something that, relaxes your mind. Try to get into meditation or do some exercise or treat yourself something that is going to relax you, something that's going to ground you. Because all this thinking that um, you're doing a lot of thinking, maybe even overthinking. So you just have to really be careful um, in like your decision making. Be careful in your decision making. Try not to overthink certain situations. Um, and I know that's like kind of a juxtaposition, but um, like how do you be careful? How do you like watch yourself without overthinking? Usually, people are like thinking through every possible situation to make sure that they're being careful, right? But you really have to just, like, the first way to do that is really just to ground yourself. Get into something that's going to relax you, that's going to make you feel like you're stable, that you're here, right? Don't let your head be in the clouds. Um, so, really just get some exercise, get into a routine, and maybe you're up at night thinking a billion thoughts before you go to sleep, or maybe you just do it with general anxiety, but really got to find some ways to address that while also making sure that, you are making good decisions for your life. So I hope that was helpful to you in some way for you to work on some things for yourself. Uh, just for you to better yourself. All right, so I'm going to move on to D. D, I'm going to answer the question that you asked. Hi, Victoria. You will be after D because I missed D earlier and went on to beautiful. So, Victoria, you'll be after this reading that I'm doing. All right, D. Why do your relationships keep failing? Or is it just you? Are you not choosing the right ones? Okay. All right. Spirits had a lot to say, D. I'm just looking at the cards to draw out this story in my mind. Okay, D, you need to take some time to pause and get yourself all the way together on every level. We got avatar and pause. So the avatar card I made was like when someone, it's like kind of like the high priestess card. When someone is in their highest potential form, when they are just on it about themselves, their business, their mental, emotional, spiritual health, and they're just balanced. The avatar card was reversed though. So you really need to take some time to like stop and reflect on, what are some things about yourself that you need to work on and improve. And this month, November, is a really good time for that because of Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. It's about, doing some shadow work. You really journal. Ask yourself the hard questions about yourself that you've always been afraid to ask. Why am I like this? Why do I do things in this way? Think about past situations, past relationships, and maybe even, disagreements and arguments and how you guys have interacted. And think about what role did you play? It might even be a space for you to, not sure how you ended things, but reach out to people, past relationships, and maybe ask them, in a nice way, of course, and just on some friend stuff. Like, really, you trying to understand, like, how did you ask them, how did you experience me? Because we experience other people in many different ways. Everybody doesn't experience the other person the same way. So, like, that's why some people only vibe with certain personalities because, at the end of the day, we're all reflections of, parts of ourselves that we choose to ignore. So maybe think about, of course, you don't want to reach out to your ex, but think about parts of your exes that you don't like, right? Think about those parts and see how is that reflected onto you. How are those parts that, you know, those parts that you don't like about that person are why don't you, why didn't you guys vibe in a certain way, and like really get down to like the deep reasons. I'm even talking about if you ever have like their natal chart or something, see like what are the ways in which y'all just didn't connect. So I'm gonna get into the cards that I pulled. I got 5 of Cups reversed. This is about not accepting help from others. So maybe you've gotten advice in the past from someone in regards to your relationships and you haven't taken their advice. I also have gotten 5 of Pentacles. We can already see what this means, right? It's someone who's in despair and very sad. And I think that card just kind of represents like how you feel right now in the state, like of how you view relationships. Like it's just maybe you just really don't believe in love right now. And you don't want to move into a space where you're all alone. Don't do that. Don't isolate yourself from receiving love. Do not do that, because after every negative experience that we have, it's always one door is closed, another one opens for us to experience something better. Page of Pentacles, Page of Coins. That's like the beginning of something new, the beginning of, and it might not be like a serious relationship, but the beginning of something, like a little flirtatious kind of experience with someone. So, to answer your question, um, really your relationships fail, at least from what the cards say, because of the lack of self-reflection, the lack of self-reflection, and maybe not taking the advice of others, or even maybe not even uh, opening up in certain ways, not being vulnerable. I can even see maybe even just um, when I see the pause, another thought that came to mind in regards to relationships was maybe even not hearing your partner out. Maybe you overtalk them. And, it's okay to really like sit back and really see like, yeah, we can always, of course, point out the faults in other people, but like really take a look at yourself and see like, okay, what's some stuff I need to work on? Like we're not perfect. And I'm not saying, your exes, are good people or are, we're right. But at the end of the day, there's always two sides to things. So you just have to keep that in mind. Just work on yourself. Work on bettering yourself in every level. Because when you have that confidence in yourself, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, you'll be in that vulnerable state. You'll be in a space where you're able to communicate with people, to understand, and so that maybe it might even be the case that people might even be reading your energy wrong. They might be interpreting how you say things the wrong way, but you don't really mean it that way. So when you work on yourself, that will kind of correct that energy that you might be giving off. All right, so you're really welcome, Dee. I hope that it was helpful. Okay. Who is next? Victoria? Hey, Victoria. What is your question? Friendship with Mia. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Your friendship with Mia. Okay. Okay. You got Nine of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. As far as your friendship with Mia, it's very positive. Looks like you guys have a very intellectual, like you stimulate each other in a way that you guys just really like talking to each other. You have very good conversations. And you just vibe well. You guys kind of inspire each other to excel in certain ways, like academically, in your careers. It's a really good friendship. You guys just are very comfortable with each other. Um, and it looks like maybe there's a possibility that there could be a possibility that someone sometimes they give off the cold shoulder. Um, However, even if this person maybe they don't seem as emotionally invested in a friendship, like maybe this person is kind of hard to open up or they don't talk about their issues that much. But regardless of that, you guys still have a great friendship. It's something that um, in the end, in the long run, is going to be beneficial. I want to pull another card for that Queen of Swords. No longer friends. Yeah, let me see. So I got Page of Coins reversed. So what's kind of interesting, because I didn't even get to these other cards yet. You said you guys are no longer friends, but I have also Ace of Coins and Two of Coins reversed. So I guess that could probably indicate the end of a friendship, something that's imbalanced and I don't know. I feel like you guys had something that was positive. However, maybe since the friendship ended, there was an aspect of someone being really cold, or maybe they started arguments a lot. Sometimes Queen of Swords can have that energy. I think we got the Page of Coins reversed and Ace of Coins reversed. So there could have been a situation with the imbalance as far as your friendship ending. She just kind of went off One of you maybe went off to just make new friends like really easily. Um, Someone went off and found like a new best friend or something. So, yeah, that's what I have. This card. Hmm, that Pentacles card is still. Maybe you got a very valuable lesson from the friendship. Something that you will carry on to friendships in the future. I guess this card can give me like a kind of nostalgic feeling, like something that you'll look back on fondly. Any reconnection? Let's see. Pull another one. Maybe Wheel of Fortune. It's like kind of up in the air. So like there's a possibility however your friendship is very Six of Cups. So there's a possibility, however, you got Queen of Coins reversed. So one of you is kind of pompous about things. So if they're able to let that go, then maybe you guys can reconnect. But there's like a I'm too good, or I don't want to use that, but I'm too good, I'm better, or I found better. That type of energy. So maybe that's how she feels. That might be how she feels if you guys communicate, or that might be how you experience her. That might be how she comes off. So it's a possibility, but that interaction could go either way. Yeah. But yeah, definitely this interpretation. I definitely should have looked at my other cards first to get the full picture. But yeah, hopefully that still gave you some insights. But if somebody ever makes you feel like they're better than you, or they've already moved on and found something else, there's plenty of other people to be friends with, to have more experiences, regardless of how long you guys have known each other. Because at the end of the day, you should never not chase, but don't give your energy to someone who isn't willing to acknowledge you. If you're giving them, energy, you should always get something back in exchange. Okay, I already did beautiful. So Angie. Oh, I'm sorry, Victoria. You had a question about your ancestors. I'm sorry, Angie. I forgot to answer one of Victoria's questions. So I'm just going to do this really quick pull and see using my voodoo deck. Let's see. What are some things you all like to know? Messages. Okay. Ooh. Okay. You are moving towards Victoria, you are moving towards creating, towards birthing something new. We got Simbi Delo and Yemaya. So even though this card is a snake eating others, it's still Eight of Cups. So like you are emotionally like kind of getting over things that have held you back in the past, towards healing, towards like healing after the endings of, you know, certain things. That's this 9. You got 9 at the top right. Maybe it's the ending of the friendship you're talking about, but there's definitely healing here, and definitely after you move on from the situation, you're going to create something new. You're going to be in a space where like you want to start a new project, an 8-year friendship. I'm so sorry. When we release things of that magnitude, we will receive something of the same magnitude back. So just know that. Know that that is what's coming for you. That like you're in this process now of like literally cutting off attachments, removing parasites off of you, so that you can heal and move past certain things. Yemaya is, about birth, pregnancy. So you would be really like starting something new, something major in your life after you get past this friendship, after you get past this ending. So your ancestors really want you to know that, you have something to look forward to regardless of this heartbreak. But you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to do the work of tearing off the attachments, of removing the parasites off of you to really get there. So just be prepared. All right? But it's going to be good in the end. Well, you're welcome, Victoria. Just remember what I said about releasing. When you release something, you're going to receive the same energy back. So you're releasing this 8-year friendship, you're going to receive an energy of the same magnitude back. And it doesn't have to be another relationship. It could be this new project that you're birthing. Okay, Angie. All right. Thank you guys for the likes. I really appreciate it. Angie, you want to know, what do you need to prioritize through creative expression in order to, that's a good question. In order to heal, you feel overwhelmed by so much needing to be released. Oh, excuse me. Is there a spiritual energy or cosmic guidance I can rely on? I'm going to use my Isis Oracle deck for this question. One second. Right, this is going to directly answer your question. I am going to read the passage out of the book because this is an oracle deck, so it'll give you, Angie, it'll give you a very specific ritual and prayer that you can follow. All right. Angie, you're here, right? Angie, you need to, I love this deck so much. You got Cartouche, Divine Names of Power. So you might want to write that down just so you can look it up later also. Cartouche, Divine Names of Power from the Isis Oracle. I'll spell it too. Divine name makes me think about our names and how all of our names have a meaning. Ultimately, even if it is a regular name, our names have a meaning that, relate to our life purpose and path and what we should be doing, how we should do it. Let me go to the passage in the book. '28. And just so you guys know, sometimes even if the reading isn't for you, if you're hearing something that really resonates with you, that's giving you chills, then it's for you too. Okay, one thing about this before I start reading that I know is already going to mention, it is going to mention you chanting, using mantras, affirmations to manifest things, to manifest your desires. So journaling is the first thing that comes to mind. Writing. You really need to focus on expressing yourself through that medium because it's going to help you, get things out. Even though, some people are able to sing or speak or, do things physically, speaking or dancing. Writing is the best modality for you because it will allow you to really, the process of writing is going to allow things to surface for you to get things out. I find that, writing is sometimes better than speaking in therapy in some ways because we go back and look at what we've read, and then sometimes it'll spark other things that come to mind. All right, so I'm going to read this. Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mysteries, the use of sacred intonations. The words that you speak are rapidly gaining power. To benefit from this power rather than be undermined or held back by it, practice thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. Hi, Bree. I'm good. My readings are closed, just so you know. However, I will be back on November 12th at 8 p.m. for the full moon. Your mom changed your name to Angelica last minute. She passed, so you cannot ask her why. Yes, definitely like when parents make, think of their kid's name, whether it's on the spot or they took a while, that's the ancestors coming through to literally tell them who you are in this life. So you definitely want to look into like the meaning of your name. You are being initiated into the divine healing tradition of Isis herself. She works through divine names of power. These are sacred words of strength, magic, and power to create healing from a place of compassion and devotion to love. Divine names of power are the mantras, sounds, and names of the divine in all traditions. You can use her name, Isis, as she instructs you to do the ritual below. A word, phrase, or mantra that is given through initiation is like a light bulb that is plugged into a lamp. The initiation switches the power on, and the use of the word by the initiate is like the lamp shining its light. If you have been interested in using your voice in some way for writing, singing, healing, speaking, or becoming a spokesperson for a particular cause that resonates to your heart, this oracle brings guidance that Lady Isis honors your desire and encourages you to explore. All right, so like I said, the writing. And also maybe if you ever wanted to like start a YouTube channel or a podcast, if that has ever been something on your mind, then you should do it. Something that's going to allow you to express yourself, either verbally or through writing. Although I did specify writing. And also, pay attention to like what you're thinking throughout the day. If you are drawn into negative speaking in order to bond or fit in with others, you're asked, is it worth the effect that it has on your own vibration? You can use your words of power to cleanse any cords or contracts that will lower your vibration into a fearful place. Remember, everything that we speak, even if it's about other people, it's still, the energy of those words are still vibrating around us. They're still affecting our space. So be very mindful of that. Let me see. I should give you the ritual or incantation. I'll give you the incantation, something that you can pray. You're writing a book but hit a roadblock after moving on from a toxic relationship. Wow. Definitely return to it to keep writing. If you ever have the money, like go on one of those Amtrak trips where people like literally like they stay on the train and they just write for days. If you have the funds to do that, you should really look into it. I've always wanted to do something like that myself. Okay. So I'm writing down the incantation for you. You can say this incantation in the morning or before you go to bed at night, particularly if you maybe have issues with obsessive thoughts, like negative obsessive thoughts. I think this incantation will help you like release those and like stop those thoughts from being in your head all the time. So grace of sweet Lady Isis, cleanse me now of karmic crisis, of words said in haste, their effect and cause, help the spiritual momentum now pause. Negative repercussions now cease, all involved are filled with peace. Okay, Angie, so I hope that was helpful to you. I'm really glad that it resonated, and I wish you well on finishing your book. I know how tedious of a process that can be. You're so welcome. All right, who is next? Darling Rose, are you here? Darling Rose. Another love life question. You were hoping I might be able to glean what might be coming in terms of a romantic relationship and the personality of the guy. Yes. Hi, Jillian. Sorry, Cece. I'm actually on my last reading. I'm just doing my last reading right now. So I'm about to finish up probably right at 10:30. So I'll be back on November 12th, though. All right. No problem. I hope to see you then. November 12th, 8 p.m. And Jillian, I'm not doing readings right now. Or I'm not accepting new readings, but on November 12th for the full moon, I will be live again at 8 p.m. So if you want to subscribe and hit the bell or even just bookmark my page, set a reminder. I'll see you then. Let's see. What might be coming as far as a romantic relationship? Ooh. Oh, wow. Bonnie and Clyde. King and Queen. You got some good stuff coming. Yeah. Darling Rose, I got 4 of Cups. But actually, let me tell you first. Okay. I pulled the Empress and the Emperor. I think this represents, both of you being on the same level, on the same vibe. Y'all really just being able to connect. So it's going to be someone that you can really connect with. You both will have dynamics that complement one another in ways that, the other person, well, I don't want to say in ways that the other person doesn't have, because the Empress and the Emperor are both complete people in their own right. They know themselves. But you guys are going to complement each other in a way that really just adds to the flair of the other person. You probably be like some kind of, when you meet this person, people might see you guys as a power couple. That's the energy that I'm getting. Just, you know, that couple that people want to aspire to be like. They want their relationships to be like. As far as the type of relationship it's going to be, Four of Cups, something really balanced, something that, you know, kind of relationship where you guys are able to just connect with each other on an emotional level. You're able to talk things out. You're able to really just get through things, um, get through conversations, debates, arguments. You know, very zen-like, very just like, you know, chill with each other, relaxed with each other, open, vulnerable with each other. And, you know, since both of you will be in a space where you both know yourselves, it's going to be a very like stable kind of relationship. I will say this relationship will come at a time when you are nearing towards, while you are actively working towards something. So, like when you are knee deep in a project, or it might be like at your job, at work, you're going to be busy when you meet this person. You're going to be out and about. Shar, unfortunately, I'm just finishing up my last reading. I will not be doing any more readings tonight. However, for the next full moon on November 12th, I am at 8 p.m. if you want to stop by then. All right, I'm sorry, I can't. I've been here since 7:30, and I'm just pretty tired. Darling Rose, I hope that was helpful. You said interesting. Yeah, so no need for your dating apps. Let's see. Let me pull a card on that. No need for dating apps. Seven of Pentacles, she's watering plants. So I would say, sure, yes, I'll pick a card for you, okay? Just let me finish this. I just really want to make sure that I'm getting a good interpretation. I think you'll be good either way, darling Rose. Like, whatever you put your energy into, you'll be good either way. So you put your energy into dating apps, but I don't think you need to. It's going to be something that you are working towards. So you're like in school or you're at a job, you know, it's going to be in that kind of realm. Okay? All right, I will pick one card each for Shar and Chastity, and then I will leave at 10:35. Vaz, I'm not doing any more readings. I will be back on November 12th at 8 p.m. for the full moon, though. All right, you're welcome, darling. Char. Future for Lee and you. Ooh, that came out fast. I got Princess of Swords. So you guys are really going to be talking more. Not sure if it's romantic. This card doesn't really indicate anything romantic. There's a possibility, but I think just there's going to be more communication between you two. More mental stimulation, more of a like getting to know each other on a mental level. Bottom of deck. Bottom of, you want to know this? Yeah. I got the full reverse. If you were asking about the bottom of the deck, I didn't know if you were talking about this or that. But so it was the full reverse, which is like kind of something like a new beginning. So maybe you knew Lee before, you've already known them before, like a new beginning again. Nine of Pentacles, yes, it would be good. However, this is about ending, so you guys will be like picking up off of something, picking up off of like a past interaction. Thank you, Yvonne. I really appreciate your comment. No, it's not ending, but your conversation is like, it's going to be picking up from like a past conversation that you've had. Like whatever conversation you guys have had before, it's like whatever your next interaction is going to be picking up from that. All right, I have to move on to Chastity. I will say, like overall, yes, he has an interest in you. He wants to get to know you. That was that Page of Swords, that Princess of Swords card. It's really getting to know somebody mentally. So I think whenever somebody wants to get to know somebody on a mental level, they are interested. Chastity, your reading. Is KP pretending not to care, or does he really not care anymore? KP does care. As far as is he pretending? I think so. We got Princess of Wands, which is like someone trying not to do something. You can interpret it that way. Like he may be purposely trying not to show some kind of action. So show, like he might be purposely, like ignoring, like purposely not contacting you, purposely choosing not to go out. This is basically like an action card reversed. Yeah. And then I did see Global Mysteries Monet is a good time and career coming. One more card. Okay. You are going to be in a space where you're really going to have to fix your career in some way, Global Mystery. There is something that I guess is imbalanced or broken. It's just something that's not working about your career right now that you're really going to have to like try to figure out a way to fix it. Let's see, how can you do that? Princess of Cups. So it can be fixed, the Global Mistress. However, you can really do that in just tapping into yourself on a more emotional level, or try to find a career that really stirs you, that really, gets you, that's something that you really just care about. Um, Something that you really want to put an investment in. That's what I'm getting for you, Monet. Okay. All right, Lehman. So I've now closed my readings, working for yourself. So, Lehman, I've now closed my readings. I will be back on November 12th at 8 p.m. to do readings on the full moon. So if you want to be back then, I'll just see you then. And then Monet, you said working for yourself. So yeah, it's definitely putting more of an emotional investment. So it might be translated. What is something that within your work that how can you pour more of yourself into your business? How can you really connect with others within your business? Overall, but yes, from the cards that I pulled, a good time in your career is coming, but that is something that needs to be worked on. All right, I got 2 people in here, but just want to say thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the readings for the most part, and I hope they were helpful. I know, like last Monet, you really didn't get a complete reading. I was supposed to be off by 10:30, well, actually 10 o'clock. But if you want to check me back out on November 12th, 8 p.m., I'll be back for the full moon, and I'm going to be really excited to do more readings for people then. So hopefully I'll see you guys then, and have a great night.